first words of power we can use are types. We can define types and we can say, hey, this has meaning to me, I want a character and I want to give it a value, and that's great. And then of course you start thinking to yourself, I'd like to make my own types. I want to be able to imbue my own words of power. If I can define something with a class, I have now something that's a point, or I have something that is now, I'm not going to use foo, but I just did, another type that has meaning and it has behavior associated with it, and I can now write that in my code, and it means something to both me and the compiler, and that's really important. With templates, we can even go a little bit beyond that, and we can define our own words of power in terms of other words of power or in terms of other values, and that's awesome, and it really strikes a chord with me. And of course, the reason that Herb was bringing it up is because he was introducing generative programming, where we can actually start to define our own types of words of power by using things like $class, maybe in C++24, but probably not. But the idea is there, right? These facts that we can, what was that? The fact that we may be able to define our own language constructs even deeper than we've ever done before, and that's super exciting to me, the fact that I can define these things and I can use them myself. And it got me thinking, but we've had words of power for ages, right? I'm excited about these new things, but how many of you work on a team of programmers? Okay, that's pretty much everyone. It turns out there are words of power you can use right now. The most amazing words of power, in fact. Thank you. You can thank your colleagues. When you're doing a code review, be sure to thank people. They're doing work. Obviously, they're being paid to do it too, right? But the way that they do it, you can encourage good behaviors by thanking them when they're doing things right, and then maybe offering some feedback in an appropriate way. Please, when you're asking someone to change something in a code, don't just say, wrong name, or read the coding conventions. There are much nicer ways to do this. I know everyone's on their back foot when you're having a code review. Help them out a little bit. This is also really important. So my son plays flute, and he learns the Suzuki method, which is this really weird, crazy way of doing it. But one of the things that we're taught is how to give praise and always give something that allows them to focus on the good things that happened. And so it's really nice to phrase things like, hey, I really like the way that you used the SDL here. That was a great use of that algorithm. These things are really important to help encourage your teammates to be better. And hopefully they'll reciprocate to you and you'll feel good as well. So that's pretty much all I've got. C++'s words of power are absolutely fabulous, but English and all of the other languages we work in, they have their own too, and they're really important to use. They can be simpler than using these other crazy things like template. I can't use template, but they can be far more effective. Thank you very much.